So, where the Olympics 2028 are going to be held at has turned into just a wild location. You've got folks that are riding for profit, aka looting. You've got a body that was found. The cops, you've got experts saying that they were ambushed. Now, I got a clip here talking that's going to show you just how much looting was going on. Now, I haven't found a video yet. There are many news stories about the body that was found, but the body has not been identified yet. Um, so let's get into this whole looting bit. I mean, this is wild. I mean, they're going after Adidas stores, they're going after Apple stores, gas station, T-Mobile, jewelry stores. I mean, this has primarily been in the Los Angeles jewelry district, so you know that they're looting for profit. Um, but then again, though, these riots have been expensive. Waymo has stopped service in LA. I don't know anything about Waymo. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I don't know much about Waymo other than that they're driverless cars, but you've seen them burning. So let's take a look at this clip real quick.
Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself.
But first, hundreds of Marines and thousands of National Guard troops now deployed out in Los Angeles. President Trump sending more troops to try and quell those anti-ICE protests, now entering the fifth day. The LAPD confirming dozens of arrests and more than 600 non-lethal rounds have been fired. We have live team coverage on the protests and their political fallout. Let's start things off with News Nation's Mills Hayes, who is live for us in Los Angeles. Mills, you have been in the thick of it. It looks like the scene is still active this morning. Tell us where things stand at this hour.
Hey, good morning to you, Marky. Well, it is still yesterday for a lot of people who are here because they haven't really left. You guys can see this police presence right here. This is Los Angeles Police Department, and we're in the jewelry district right now. I personally saw at least 4 different jewelry stores that were broken into. We were able to speak with one owner, some other owners telling us that they are frustrated with this. This has been very difficult. We actually talked to one of the California Highway Patrol officers who was out holding the line earlier about an hour ago, and he says that this is what happens when a lot of their resources are having to be taken away to go and deal with rioters or protesters, whatever you want to call them. And this area here is really just the aftermath. There's a large group of people that are over there because this is actually an apartment building right here. You guys can see that right here, but let me show you. We still have some leftover people. One person over there holding a Mexican flag. We have seen people throughout this morning that have been covered up. Of course, those people don't have any coverings on right now, but we did see multiple people wearing all black with their face covers. I saw some people go right next to a jewelry store and try and open it up while police were distracted. And we also saw one of those jewelry store owners come and see what had happened to their store. And one of the LAPD officers came up to them and said, unfortunately, guys, you're going to need to file an online report because they are having to deal with all of this that's happening right now. They actually did just have more enforcement come in, LAPD, so we are starting to see more of a police presence right now. Earlier, we saw them out with their batons as well as their 40 millimeter rifles. And we also saw right here about an hour ago, some of those rioters throw a large firework at those police officers that were holding the line over there in front of some of those jewelry stores. But we did speak with one of the owners. Take a listen.
This is so ridiculous. Doesn't look like this is for they're protesting for ICE or anything. This is they're doing just for the looting the stores and everything. I saw they break into the Apple store, they break into the Adidas store. This is not they're doing protest.
We're not seeing those large crowds like we did earlier in the evening, but we are definitely seeing still people lingering around right now, Marky.
Yeah, it's still it's early in the morning there. Now, Mills, I'm only seeing this one vantage point behind you. It's still very active. Any signs of these protests or riots slowing down today at all, or no?
I don't think so, Marky, because there is a lot of frustration and anger that is going on right now, and especially now that we know that the president has sent in about either 500 or 700 Marines. When I spoke to protesters yesterday about that escalation, they were very frustrated about that. So I do not think that it is likely to end anytime soon, Marky.
All right, Mills Hayes, you've been in the thick of it. Stay safe out there. We'll check back in just a little bit.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our...
So these folks are saying, okay, so they did an Apple store. Multiple iPhones, Apple Watches, MacBooks have been taken with no ICE, a nod to Donald Trump's administration's immigration enforcement activities. Spray painted across the windows where they smashed it. A few blocks away, police apprehended suspects on West 8th and Main Street after a shoe palace was burglarized. CVS pharmacy and a marijuana dispensary were also looted. I'll tell you one thing, as a minarchist, I'm looking at this going, this is the reason why I can't ever agree to full anarchy. Because they're spray painting anarchy signs and they're doing this. Adidas stores burglarized, T-Mobile. I mean, you're just looking at all this and you're going, once you hear all the stories, this is why I wish I had just a little bit better access to certain people. Because I would love to bring on some of the folks that have been talking about how this is paid. I mean, one of the major groups behind this is the Party for Socialism and Liberation. This is the group that is associated with that fella that took out the two people that worked at the Israeli embassy. PSL is also associated with Colorado, with the anti-Israel groups there. This is what goes on. This has been organized, and you're hearing more and more about these folks having body armor handed out. They're bringing milk to prevent themselves from being too affected by the tear gas and whatnot. I mean, the profit angle now, I'm not surprised. And this body that was found, like I said, they don't know. This was found on the sidewalk Tuesday, where much of the looting has been happening. They're not saying a lot just yet. They're saying it's still under investigation. Well, of course. They're saying that it's unknown whether it might be related to the protest. So it could be a homeless person that just got caught up in this mess. You never can tell. So these pro-criminal protesters, they're willing to do anything and everything. And this is what you're seeing. Hey, but it's really funny. Senator Fetterman came out and said he unapologetically stands for free speech, peaceful demonstrations, immigration, but this is not that. This is anarchy and true chaos. His party loses moral high ground when they refuse to condemn setting cars on fire, destroying buildings, and assaulting law enforcement. This is what's happening right now, and people need to be aware. And they're trying to move this to cities all over the nation. Remember that. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. So, folks, that's the story that I wanted to bring you on this video. And I just wanted to say thank you again for coming by. Hit like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff if you don't mind. Help me out. So, y'all have a good day now. Bye.